and you get not just hundreds, but you get thousands on board that ferry, and it heads for the UK. How are you going to intercept that? How are you going to deal with that? Well, my answer would be you're going to tow it into international waters, and I'm afraid they stay there until you've processed them. But the fact of life is, the sky's the limit. If they charter a ferry or hijack one, you have thousands at a time, not hundreds.
In terms, generally speaking, though, in terms of these new mega dinghies, I've called them Burnham's big boats, BBB, because that's what's happened since these come in. I think the nature of our migrant crisis has changed. We've gone from small boats. 5, 6 years ago, 2020, the dinghies that were coming across were carrying like literally 5, 6, 10, 20 migrants max. Fast forward 3 years and it was up to sort of 50, 60 kind of thing. And fast forward to now, and we're talking about 230, and the French say we can expect that number to get bigger. These boats are going to get even bigger. And why are they coming across in these vast numbers, more than 3,000 since Andy Burnham became Prime Minister? Because we continue to offer them fabulous incentives. They get immediate benefits, 50 quid a week, they get free food, free accommodation, free lawyers, free dentists, free doctors, free driving lessons. I mean, when are we going to stop this madness?
Well, Kevin, what we need to do is compare and contrast. You and I couldn't go to any other country in the world and claim those benefits if we chose to, whether we went legally or illegally. So it is completely unbalanced. The fact of life is, Kevin, there's no political will to do this.
Yeah.
And as long as we have cowards and hypocrites running our governments, whether it's Tory or Labour, nothing will be done about this. I've said on many occasions this can be solved very easily in terms of the incentivisation, but also in terms of the physical barriers that we can put in people's place. It is a political and public will thing. And as I said, if you want migrants to come to the UK, you bear the cost. You and I wouldn't invite people into our house that we didn't want. If our children invited them in, they can bear the cost of entertaining them and also hosting them.
And what do you think it is? I mean, I think that the socialists who are running the country or mismanaging the country at the moment, I think that they actually, they rather like the migrant crisis. They don't approve of sovereign borders. But they don't even sort of pay the idea of stopping the boats, the idea of solving this crisis, any lip service. They just say, well, I'll tell you what we've got to do is we've got to start hitting some middle class communities. Everybody's got to share their burden of the responsibility. We don't have any responsibility to house and accommodate illegal migrants, and yet this government seems to think we all have to play our part.
Kevin, back in 2009, a Labour speechwriter, Tony Blair and Jack Straw, wrote that it was a deliberate policy of Labour at the time to bring migrants into the UK, to rub the noses of the right in it, and to alter the demographics. And he was very specific. They were going to alter the demographics so they would have a fast route to citizenship, so they would vote Labour. And you've got to look at these injections of migrants into what are not just middle class areas, but actually non-Labour voting areas. And you can see, in my view, that it's a deliberate conspiracy to alter the demographics and alter the voting patterns in favour of Labour.
Now, as an ex-NATO and Royal Navy commander, you and I have talked about this before, Chris, but tell my audience how we could stop the boats legally. Because we're always told, oh, you can't turn those boats around, that's against maritime law, against international law, you can't return it to France because we don't have an agreement, blah, blah, blah. Instead, we just pick them up in the middle of the channel and then ferry them into Britain on the RNLI water taxi service and also the Border Force taxi service. Tell us, Chris, how legally we could stop the boats, turn them around. How could we deal with this?
Right, I've been saying this for 10 years, Kevin, okay? So the first thing is I've done search and rescue. And if you find something in a dangerous condition, like these boats, or indeed somebody's in distress, and you pick them up wherever you find them. and you take them to the nearest place of safety. So they're manifestly on the French side of the median line in distress or in a dangerous condition. So you pick them up there and you take them to France. That's the first thing. Secondly, if they get across the maritime border, you pick them up, you take them to a large cruise liner that you have chartered, you put it under the Liberian or Rwandan flag. It is crewed by contractors, so they can't claim asylum. You process them there. If they don't qualify, they go to the country of the flag that you're flying on the ship. And the Rwanda scheme would have worked perfectly for that. It's very easy to do. It needs the political will, and it needs, I'm afraid, somebody British to say, this is a country, you don't come here uninvited.
Well, there you go, Chris. But again, you know the truth. You know how to do this, and it's just bizarre.